This is ellenor Hospice in Gravesend, one of Kent's busiest hospices. A registered charity, ellenor provides treatment to over 2,500 people requiring care and support right across the county. The care that they deliver is free for people of all ages. 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year.
I have my own little motto, and it's live life hard and fast and every day as if it's your last.
You know, life is precious. When people realise they have a shorter time than they thought was likely, actually every moment matters.
Their 200-strong staff and 600 volunteers are dedicated to making people's remaining days the best they can be.
It's about just letting that person just leave the ward with dignity and respect.
I'm sure every nursing profession cares, but there's something special about hospice.
Hi.
ellenor also take their support and treatment right into people's homes.
To have a really good cry is amazing.
You may think a hospice is a place people come to die.
Some people think as soon as you say the word hospice, that's the end of the road.
But it's actually a place people come to live.
There's a huge amount to offer.
It is full of fun. It is full of laughter.
You need to live life to the full. You don't know what's around the corner.
So let's make the most of what we've got.
ellenor Hospice offers specialist care to people with life-limiting and life-threatening conditions. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg. ellenor's aim is to improve the lives of everyone they support, not just physically, but practically and emotionally as well. It's 9 a.m. and senior nurse Angela is catching up with day therapy nurse Carol about a former inpatient called Andy.
I've referred a patient called Andy, that's his nickname. He's a Polish gentleman who has very limited knowledge of the English language, and he's being discharged from the ward, and I've suggested about him coming to the day therapy.
It's Andreas. Andreas, you just said you might want to be called Andy.
Yes.
Andy. There we are.
To jest po prostu rak. Zjada mnie od środka.
Are you happy? Are you sad? I think this man's actual problems now are more social than psychological. Well, we're definitely here for you if you need to talk with someone. So that's what we're here for.
Andy has quite a secluded on non-existent social life. I get the impression that the social side of things are not very stimulating for him. So I believe that day therapy will give him that chance to come out of his environment and mix with others.
When you said he was Polish, what's come to mind straight away is that we have another lady who is Polish.
Oh, excellent.
She's very, very friendly, outgoing lady, and I think she would be delighted to have someone to speak to in her mother tongue. So hopefully the first day will be a good day, and I will hope that he will come back in the future, because that would really make a huge difference to his social life.
Yes, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Andy has arrived for his first day therapy session. The purpose of day therapy is to maximise a patient's energy, tackle their concerns, and provide a friendly environment where they can meet others.
I'm going to sit you over here because there's a lady that I want you to talk to.
Okay.
This lady is from Poland.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
Andy? Andrzej?
Andrzej.
Hello, cześć.
Witam.
You could be our translator as well.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you speaking English very well or no?
I think one of the problems today is obviously the language barrier, and from what I've heard, Andy is socially isolated. I'm hoping that by coming here, he'll be able to see the hospice as a part of his new family. Luckily, we have a lady and another patient who is Polish, and I'm hoping that those two will be able to chat together and build up some form of a friendship.
Well,
Milk, sugar.
Yes, it's good.
Sugar.
You understand.
It's good. Yeah, very good. Love it. All right, we'll get you a drink.
Yeah, thank you.
We're very lucky with our patients in as much as they really do make an effort to go and talk to the patients, just so that they don't feel isolated and they feel part of the group.
And he seems to have settled really well.
In Tunbridge Wells, Eleanor's charity shop team are preparing for a fundraising event, the biannual Eleanor Charity Shop Fashion Show.
David, can you do me a huge favour?
Yep.
Okay. As you know, we had a couple drop out, so I just want to make sure that I've got the costume.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Where does it start? From here?
Yeah, so
the beginning.
This will be our 4th show, so we're into our 2nd year, and I've got David and Becky just checking out that we've got all the costumes in the right order, because obviously we're up against time when we do start running. So yeah, I've got them on that at the moment, because that would be a nightmare, but that's all good at the moment.
Lauren's got me doing quite an important job. There's a lot of changing in a very small space, so it has to be organised, which we are. Which, you know, we're pros at it now. This is now our 4th fashion show.
The fashion show will take place this evening, and with 150 people expected to attend, it's vital the event runs without a hitch.
We don't get much wrong here, to be honest. So it's all flowing nicely, you know, it's all corresponding, which is great.
Back at the hospice, children's healthcare assistant Charlotte is preparing to go on a hospital visit to see JJ, one of Eleanor's younger patients.
These are our sensory toys that we're taking today. They're just little, you've got the textures for them to feel, like this one, and you've got bells which are just that you can put around their wrists, and you can do some little songs with them so they're like more joining in. As well as the sensory toys today, I'm going to be taking this little teddy bear just as a kind gesture from the Eleanor to show that we're there for them and we care for them and we're always thinking of them. I'm going out to visit JJ today in hospital as he requires some crisis respite. JJ is one of our patients that we look after at home. I've spent quite a lot of time with JJ and I've really got to know him. You definitely form an attachment with the children. You really do get to know them because you are spending quite a lot of time with them on a daily basis. But it can be upsetting because obviously you don't want to see any child in hospital, but you're there to help them and make them feel a bit happier and give them a little bit of a distraction.
Thank you.
JJ suffers from a brain disorder called ALD and was recently rushed to hospital after his condition took a turn for the worse. Charlotte and her colleague Emma will be providing crisis respite for JJ's parents, ensuring that someone is always by his bedside.
With JJ, he can never be left alone. He requires one-on-one care at all time. So I'll be going in just so he knows he's got that reassurance, and it's a familiar face that he kind of knows, just to help him feel more comfortable and so he knows he's not alone.
Charlotte has been visiting JJ at home for some time. His rare brain disorder, which affects only 1 in 18,000 people, destroys myelin, the protective sheath surrounding nerve cells in the brain that allow us to think and control our muscles.
It is hard. There's children, obviously, we see them progressing through their treatment. So they may start off being okay at the start when you're looking after them, and then you may see them having some bad days, but then you also see them having some good days. So it's a very uppy, downy, turmoil, emotional process, but it's really nice to help them out and just make them feel a little bit better. Emma. You okay? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Hi, JJ. All right, mate. It's okay.
So he has been really unsettled all morning.
Yeah.
He's been a bit like this.
Okay.
But he's been good.
Emma handed over today about JJ not having the greatest of days. The last time I saw him, he was at home and he did seem quite settled, and this time it's been a little more tricky because he's not doing too good in himself, but we're just there. We're reassuring him, we're making him feel better, hopefully, just by having someone different with him and just, you know, giving him the love that he needs and reassurance. Hey JJ, look what I've got. I've got you a fox. What do you think? Do you like it? And it says, on the little tag, it says, to JJ, love from Eleanor. What do you reckon? Place it next to you here, it'll be your buddy. On it. And keep you company.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you're all sweaty.
You can't be sweaty. It's been quite unexpected to see how much he's deteriorated, and he's just not doing that great, but we're going to help him. We're going to help him get through it. And obviously we didn't do the toys or the crafts today because he really isn't up for it. We definitely wouldn't be able to do that with him. So it's just about keeping him company and reassuring and keeping him comfortable as he can be. It's definitely one of the hardest videos that I've had so far. It's very emotional, it's very raw, and it's quite hard to deal with, but we're there for them. It doesn't matter how we're feeling, we'll just be there for them and be happy for them. Because you want to be strong for them, because they're really strong. They're doing amazing. Like, the fact how strong they are is just ridiculous. So you want to be strong too.
Andy, this is Yola.
Miło mi, At Eleanor Hospice, day therapy nurse Carol is checking up on her patient Andy, who was recently discharged from the inpatient ward. One of her Polish-speaking colleagues, Yola, is acting as translator.
What we'd like to do, Andy, if that's all right with you, is just to have a chat about how you've been since you went home from the inpatient unit.
Ja to mówię, wyśmienicie.
He's saying he feels fantastic.
Good. That's good. That's very good.
No i cieszy mnie to, że jest na przykład tłumacz polski, że nie muszę produkować z tym angielskim, bo go niezbyt dobrze znam i nie umie się wysłowić. Ja.
When he was discharged from Eleanor, he got all this medication.
Right. Okay.
Tu są jedno. Kiedy ja je brać, czy nie brać?
Because this is 14 tablets and here only 4. And he doesn't know when to take these tablets and when to not. He doesn't know when and...
I need to check that out. Tell him I will check that. And these ones, right, these are really to help. But if he's feeling anxious at all, so he doesn't have to take these, and that's just half to 1 tablet when required.
No to teraz już wszystko wiem.
But now he's much clearer.
He's clearer. It's been wonderful having Yola to speak to, and she was fantastic at translating. I don't think we would have had such a good assessment without her.
Now,
just so that Andy knows today that if he would like to go, there's the low-impact exercise class.
Czemu nie?
Yeah.
He would try. So it's for 1 hour. Yes.
It is always something interesting.
That's good. That's good. And this afternoon we have Sue is doing the craft work out there today as well.
No to.
He's not so interested.
He's not so interested in that. Okay.
Kto się zajmował tutaj budowlanką?
It's a lot.
Someone will do some kind of building work, then he can maybe get involved.
A building.
But not art and craft.
A build is an extension. Andy seemed quite shall I say, up for things that go on in day therapy, seeing as he's just come from the inpatient unit. He seems to have settled really well, so I was actually pleasantly surprised. I hope that he will see day therapy as his new family, where he can gain support and build friendships, really. Thank you for your help. I wouldn't have done it without you. So, following my assessment with Andy today, there are a few problems that need to be sorted. My priority really is to sort out about his medication, so I will speak with Dr. Shiraz, and hopefully by the end of the day they will be resolved.
It's 2 p.m. in Tunbridge Wells, and staff at the Eleanor charity shop are closing up early in preparation for tonight's big fashion show fundraiser.
We'll just close the shop a little earlier than we normally do. We are now going to get everything down to the hall, which in itself is, well, it's a challenge, but we can do it. So we've got rails, prizes,
food, wine.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The time's ticking, you know, at the moment it's not on our side, so we need to get moving, really. These have got to go in, yeah.
A team of Eleanor volunteers are on hand to help transport everything that will be required to the venue.
Got enough wine for me, don't know what everyone else is having. So we've got a lot of the stuff down there, all the boxes, all the gifts, all the bags, all the raffle prizes, the food, the wine. Now comes the big task, getting the rails down there. Obviously it's going to be ultra fun and a bit of a comedy spectacle for all the local people, but it's got to be done, so here we go. Are you all right, girls? Hang on. That's it. Beefcake David to the rescue, we say. That's it, dramatic.
Wheeling 4 unruly clothing rails half a mile down the road is not a job for the faint-hearted.
We're fine.
Can you hold it, David?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm fine. When it comes to charity and good causes and helping others, it's what I do. Well done, girls. That's it, we'll wait for you.
Pete, don't forget it's got a wobbly wheel.
Yeah, OK, yeah.
To reach the church hall where the fashion show is taking place, David and his team must brave both adverse weather conditions and the dreaded drop curb.
Oh, it's broken.
Yeah, it's fallen apart, baby.
One of the bottom sort of rail of the shelf of the rail has come off, but nothing that we can't deal with our good attitude. Don't worry. You know us. I was a Boy Scout, she was a brownie. Might be round the other way.
It will go together, it will.
Yeah. Nothing we can't deal with, don't worry. All in a day's work when you're a volunteer. That's it, right. Got the wheel fixed, crisis over. Onwards, into battle.
Back at Eleanor, Chief Executive Claire Cardy is finishing work early in preparation for another important event.
Tonight we're going to the Kent Charity Awards. We've been shortlisted as a finalist in the care category. So there's 3 finalists and we're one of those 3, which is an amazing achievement to be recognised as one of the top 3 care charities in the whole of the county. The competition is really stiff. I think to get through to the final 3 of all of the amazing care charities across the whole of Kent is a fantastic achievement. I'm really proud of that. I'm trying not to think about whether or not we might win because, to be honest with you, I think that we're up against 2 really strong contenders. So no matter what happens, I think we'll just have a really nice evening and really celebrate the fact that we've done that well. And I think I'm just going to be really ready to smile and clap politely when somebody else wins, as though it's the Oscars and we're losing nominee. Tonight we've got a table of 12 people. We've got staff from across the whole organisation, from all different roles, who are coming along just to be part of that, because the award is everybody's achievement. If I could, I'd take every member of our team, because absolutely every person here is so committed and dedicated, and if I could, I'd love to have a big party with everybody and celebrate, because the 12 of us that are going tonight are from all different teams and departments, but we're doing it for our colleagues. We're representing everybody here, all the people here that work here that do an amazing job.
Meanwhile, in the therapy room, all is calm. Complementary therapist Sally is preparing for a relaxing Reiki appointment with patient Patricia, who suffers from a complex lung condition.
So today I'm giving therapy to Patricia, who's one of our day therapy patients, and she's going to be having Reiki today. She hopes to get relaxation and to help with a bit of her anxiety. She has a problem with her chest, and so this helps her to breathe more easily and to feel physically relaxed and mentally relaxed.
Sing, it doesn't really have something to do with that.
It's bringing back memories, isn't it?
Patricia is a particularly positive person, and she's really optimistic, and her outlook, she's always looking on the bright side of things. So it's wonderful, regardless of what she's feeling and what pain she's in, she can manage to see the bright side. She's very, very grateful and thankful for any support that the hospice can give, and especially the complementary therapists that she's having. Hello Patricia, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Nice to see you.
And you, come through.
Okay, will do. I have a lung complaint, COPD. Obviously, the thing that probably started it all, they believe, is the smoking. It was a few years ago, but I haven't smoked now for 20 years. And then I contracted pneumonia, and it just made things much worse. And come the winter months, I get very depressed and down and a bit poorly. And this is a wonderful place to come.
Good.
Oh,
I'd like to take a seat here.
I will.
Should I take your
yes, please.
coat and bag?
You know that things are going to maybe coming towards you a lot quicker than for somebody else. And there is tension, and I don't care what anybody says, there's tension and fear. The unknown. I may come in here and be quite tense, but by the time I go home, I'm very relaxed, I feel good, smell delicious, and sleep. And I do sleep that night. There's no two ways about it. For a couple of nights after, I sleep, and I sleep well. That's nice, yeah.
Yeah, is that comfortable? So we start by just taking a few slow breaths in and out.
Let's be honest, complementary therapies have been going on a lot longer than conventional medicine, so there's got to be something in them.
At Ellenor Hospice, complementary therapist Sally is midway through a treatment with patient Patricia, whose illness causes her to suffer from stress and depression in the winter months.
And breathe out any stress or negativity. So although complementary therapy doesn't heal and doesn't cure anyone of their illness, it can help them face their journey ahead of them.
They can't cure you. It's impossible for them to cure you. But what they can do is help you to relieve depression, aches, pains, because you start relaxing. And if you relax, everything else seems to fall in place. And for me, that is the biggest hurdle. You know, the hospice is about living. It's not about dying. Everybody seems to think it is. And that's the worst thing, you know. It isn't about dying, it's about living. And I've made lots of wonderful friends here. I would recommend it to anybody. Drop in, bring your family in. It's wonderful.
Imagine you're breathing in the relaxation that surrounds you. And breathe out any stress or negativity. And just when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Patricia really enjoyed the therapy today. It's the first time she's had the Reiki treatment, and she really found the deep relaxation, and she really felt lovely and calm after the session. It makes me feel good that I can help someone, even if the effect isn't a permanent effect, even if it's a temporary effect. It makes me feel really honoured, really, that I can help someone in that way. Hopefully you'll sleep well tonight.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much.
That's a pleasure.
I think I'll take you home.
Oh, everyone says that. But that's good. That's excellent.
When I walk out of Eleanor at the end of the day, especially after day therapy or alternative therapy, I don't know, I've just, if I could, I'd skip out. That's the best way. You know, when you see children skip out across the playgrounds and meet their mums and dads and nans and granddads. That's how I feel. And that's the only way I can describe it.
Also, take it easy for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Try not to do anything too strenuous. And try and eat and drink lightly and healthily as much as you can. And we'll see you next time.
Meanwhile, down the corridor, in the hospice kitchen, catering manager Dan is mentoring Stephen, a learning support student, ahead of his work placement review.
OK, Steve, we've got your review coming up soon, and one of your targets was to try and work a little bit independent. So today I've got a little task for you. It's for 2 lemon drizzle cakes. OK, you know where everything is, all the flour and the butter and all the sugar necessary. So there you go, my friend. All right then? OK. Once a week we have a student in our kitchen. His name's Stephen. He has special educational needs. We guide him through his supported learning of various tasks he fulfills in the kitchen, and he's a good student, very good student.
I'll let you get a show out.
Sorry?
The shell's stuck in the middle of it.
You want a little spoon? So Stephen's soon got a review coming up. He's got a few targets there. One of them is to work independently, which he's been doing very well recently. He follows all the procedures and he does his little tasks, which we set out for him for the few hours he's here. He's doing very well. He's learning to integrate really well into a team, and he's just really grown in the last year. So yeah, this review coming up gives us both a chance to share his view and our view of how he's doing and progressing.
I like working here in the kitchen because it makes me happy, because I can make the cakes and help doing washing up and help them clean up. So that's how it makes me happy, because I get everything done quickly for them, and I'm happy because I'm part of the helping the team here at Enna.
OK, Steve, I see you got your cakes in the oven. How'd you get on today then? You didn't have any problems, did we, today? You just cleaned your final cleaning up bit, yeah?
Yeah.
Good man. Did you enjoy making your lemon drizzles today? Yeah, so I think you've done really well today, Steve. And as you've got your review soon, it said all be good news going towards that for Faye, you know, so all great. So well done, my friend. Come on then, Steve, let's see you out.
In Tunbridge Wells, the outfits for tonight's fashion show have arrived at the church hall safe and sound. But volunteer and catwalk model David is now concerned that things are running behind schedule.
Some of us take a bit of a lead and we need to lead others. Remember, some of us have done an awful lot of hard work the last 2 or 3 weeks, and tonight we want to see it through to fruition. I love it. I should have been in the army and I should have been a sergeant major. No, I don't, and I don't shout at people. I talk loudly because shouting's common, and I won't have it.
I'm keeping David in line, yes. Everyone wants to be my vice captain. But, you know, there is only one captain of the sinking ship. That's me.
We are a little bit behind time. We did schedule the rehearsal for 4 o'clock. There's an awful lot to do, and there's not much time to do it, as you can imagine. But if I look stressed, I'm not.
Eventually, and only 45 minutes behind schedule, rehearsals for the fashion show can begin, much to the relief of David.
Right, go Becky.
Now rehearsals have started, I've chilled a bit. I can see, you know, the end of the tunnel, if you like. We've found our feet again, so it's fine. I'm confident we'll be ready on time, and it's good now.
Are you single ladies? Are you single ladies? OK, we're running a little bit behind, but that's OK. All right? Don't be nervous, those of you who haven't done it before. Just to let you know, everybody, we've got two people that can't be here for the modelling. So Papa John stepped in because poor old Jerry is poorly. Oh, and Jill stepped in again. Hooray! Because poor old Net is poorly. Right, that's it. It was great. We were really up against time a bit, and obviously with a couple of the guys having to double up, so we had to work quite hard to make that work. But yeah, really pleased. It'll be all right on the night. But it's always fun. You know, I'm working with friends, almost family, some of them. So, yeah. Not necessarily you. So we just get on with it and do it.
Back at Eleanor, Nurse Carol is attempting to sort out a mix-up regarding her Polish patient Andy's medication. She's come to see Dr. Shiraz for some clear instruction.
Hi. Andreas has come in today, first time, yes, and just a little bit of query over his medication. Sure. The only thing he was confused about really was, from what I can gather, he must have been prescribed the last few days of amoxicillin when he left here.
Yes.
Which he obviously didn't understand that he had to continue taking those.
So he's not had it?
He has, no, so he brought in the box.
How does he feel at the moment?
He feels good. He feels fine. So I said to him I would check out whether he needs to... It's only 4 tablets left.
I think he's probably had the good chunk anyways, and it's been since, what, last week?
He went home last Wednesday.
I think there's no need to continue. We just destroy them all.
OK, fine. And the other thing he was unsure about was the lorazepam, which I've now, through Yola, explained to him that that's just for if he's feeling anxious.
We can give him a clear instructions about those as well, so he could use it up to between 3 to 4 times a day.
Yeah. So that was the only thing about the med, really. But otherwise he was good. Seemed quite happy to be here.
I'm sure he would have benefited from coming to day therapy.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's good for him as well to kind of socialise and have a...
And we have a lady, she's Polish, and so they're...
Oh, fantastic. He works out even...
That's
even
why I
better.
wanted him to come today, Tuesday.
Very good.
All right. That's great. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Tonight is a very special night for Eleanor Hospice. It's the Kent Charity Awards evening. Eleanor's chief executive, Claire Cardy, has arrived at the venue along with the rest of her team. Eleanor Hospice has been shortlisted in the category Care Charity of the Year, and the team are feeling optimistic.
So we're at the awards now. Well, we're quite excited. I've seen one of our rivals in our category, who I know quite well. So we're up against really stiff competition. So I'm really just going to enjoy the evening and not think too much about the awards themselves. The team are all really excited and hoping that we'll win, and some of them are expecting us to win and planning who's going to go up on stage. I'm a bit more realistic, but either way, we're just really pleased to be here.
My role this evening as Head of Marketing and Communications is I'm live tweeting from the awards, so just updating our supporters on what's going on. Just amazing that we're here anyway, shortlisted, but hopefully come the Care Category Award, I'll be able to tweet some good news and some pictures of Claire going on the stage to accept the award.
to welcome you to the Kent Charity Awards Gala evening. I think you'll agree the room really does look beautiful tonight, as do all of you, of course. Now, I hope you enjoy yourself this evening and make it a real good night to remember. Now, we are active on social media tonight, so do please follow the event on Twitter.
I'd like to hope we stand a good chance. We are the only hospice across Kent that does adults and children's care, so that does make us unique as far as that goes. But we're up against some very stiff competition. Obviously, if we do lose, I'll be a very gracious loser, but I am very competitive.
Following a successful morning baking cakes in the Eleanor Hospice kitchen, it's time for student Stephen's work placement review with course leader Faye and catering manager and mentor Dan.
Internship with you. Stephen, it's the usual review, the one we usually have, same format. We're going to run through this. In this review, we focus on Stephen's increased independence. I'm hoping to hear today how well Stephen is doing and that he has reached his targets that were set at his last review, and also that he has yet again increased his independence to enable him to be employable in the kitchen one day. Ability to follow instructions.
Well, I think he follows instructions very well.
Yeah, he does. You find it if it's written on the board, you have to get someone to read it for you, don't you?
Yeah.
But apart from that, verbally, you follow instructions very well.
Yeah. He's a wonderful little asset to my catering team. He contributes a lot. He's
lovely.
He's always he gets his hands in the flour and get it everywhere as he does.
That's why you do the flour.
It's a wonderful.
I was very happy with Dan's feedback today. He has been amazing support for Stephen, and we have to be true that Stephen would not be where he is today without Dan's support. His confidence has increased immensely. His progress, the skills he has learnt for him to be employable are just absolutely fantastic, and we're very proud and pleased with him as he is of himself.
I feel he's got nearly all what he needs to be a part of.
Catering team.
Yeah, I really do. He's nearly got it all.
Wow, you've really grown, haven't you?
He has grown. From the first day he came, it was all a little bit. Stephen's review went very well. I've seen him grow from someone who was initially very scared when they came in, didn't know where to stand, where to look, and now he's someone who just does what everyone else does. He's dedicated. He really is dedicated to what he does in there. So yeah, I'm immensely proud of Stephen. Yeah, very.
Well done, Stephen.
After weeks of preparation, the Eleanor Charity Fashion Show is finally underway. But with so many quick changes required, there's an issue with one of the models' costumes. And it's down to volunteer David to fill time on the catwalk.
Sometimes when we're rehearsing, we don't quite get the timing right. Backstage, the other guy's getting changed for the next collection, and we need someone to fill that void space on the catwalk. David tonight, he is head padder, which means he pads out that empty moment, and yeah, I think he does deserve a medal, at the very least, for that.
It was a little bit chaotic. There may have been a few costumes that seemed to take a little bit longer to get into and out of than we thought, but hey, that's showbiz.
After enough padding from David to fill a duvet, Lauren has fixed the costume problem and the fashion show can continue as planned.
It was amazing. The show's now over. All we've got to do is just sell the remaining clothes and plan the next event. If it's like last year, it'll be an absolute bum fight. They just love it.
So enjoy. Thank you.
Everything modelled on the catwalk and more is for sale after the fashion show, and every penny raised will go straight to helping Eleanor Hospice.
We have so much fun doing events like tonight, the fashion show, or sing-alongs, or whatever we do. It is like going out with your friends and family, but at the end of the day, it's about raising money. What we all do, day in, day out, is just try and raise the funds to support the hospice. Nearly £7 million a year. It's a big ask, but when you've got volunteers and you've got friends and supporters that are willing to help, really any time, and do anything you ask, we can do it. We can always do more.
Back at Eleanor, nurse Carol is catching up with Polish patient Andy. She wants to update him about his medication and see how he's found his first time at day therapy.
So today I think we've achieved some things. Andy understands now about he doesn't need to finish the antibiotics.
Pan rozumie, że nie trzeba skończyć tego antybiotyku.
I think the day went really well, actually. We've managed to sort out quite a few of his issues that he had today, which were not really symptom issues, but they were around his medication. So we've got all of those sorted today. So I'm happy about that, and he was very happy. I think one of the things I was worried about today was the language barrier and the problem that might pose. But fortunately, we've had Yola with us today, and so that was resolved quite simply. And I think it's helped enormously. We're very fortunate to have Yola here who could translate today. And for the patient, it was lovely to have another patient speaking Polish, and they spent a lot of time together today. And I think that's been good for both of them.
A tu jakoś inaczej. Ta opieka była lepsza. No i czuję się teraz dobrze. Mimo tej świadomości, że mam tą chorobę, nie? Tego raka, ale czuję się dobrze. Jakby tak dalej było.
I feel really pleased that today's gone so well. I don't think we could have asked for a better outcome to the day, and I think if he comes back next week, that will prove that today has been good for him. I hope he returns next week. Fantastic. Okay. All right then. I'll go and phone the surgery now. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
At the Kent Charity Awards, it's the moment of truth for Chief Executive Claire Cardy, as the winner of the Care Charity of the Year award is about to be announced.
Don't want to know what just went on out there with the photographer out there.
And the 2018 Care Charity of the Year is Eleanor.
Goodness, we didn't expect that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I was really surprised. I really didn't expect it. And on the way up to the stage, I was thinking, I didn't mishear that. I didn't make a mistake and we're going up and someone else is already up there. So yeah, it's amazing. Really lovely, yeah.
The team's worked really, really hard. We've already put a few things on Facebook and Twitter and things, so by tomorrow morning the whole team will know that we've achieved this. Considering who we're up against, to get that recognition of being seen as the best is incredible. But you know, we are amazing at what we do. Our patients tell us that every day. But yeah, really excited. My competitive streak coming out in me. I was just like, yes.
It's not heavy at all. That's why my hand was shaking holding. I'm really proud of the team. I know they do an amazing job. I know that everything they do is fantastic. So it's not that I didn't think we didn't deserve to win, but I am quite realistic, so I kind of prepared myself for the fact that we might not. There's other good charities, so how could we expect to win? Just overwhelmed, really, taken aback. It's all right.